Freezing. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry. Ah, I can't roll up my window either. Okay. Sorry about that little shaky camera videoing. We're on our way up here to Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Andres, how many times have you been here?
My third time.
His third time. My first time ever. I'm quite excited. Look at Frankenstein parking.
Ooh. I'm scared.
Wow. It's nice little parking under here. We're going.
Okay.
And we're trying to find parking. And we gotta pay $7. So hold on. Okay, sorry about that. We had to pay parking. 7 buckaroonies.
Ouch.
That's okay. We got money. We'll be alright. We got tickets to get in already, though. That's good. Okay, I don't need to record this parking part, right? My cream on, okay?
Okay. Here we are, Universal Studios.
I don't get red as a, something.
Parking. Ooh, it was scary.
Theme from E.T. to extraterrestrial. You can travel back to E.T.'s home planet on E.T.'s adventure in the Studio Center. Excuse me, sir.
We gotta find someone to take a picture of us in front of that.
Yeah.
See.
Ooh.
No.
Ooh, it's expensive camera they dropped.
What's this?
This is Marvel Mania. It's like Hollywood, Planet Hollywood. It's really cool.
Oh no, they can take pictures of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oops. I can see that. I know. Stick.
Oh, you're looking at something.
I'm just checking out everything. Look at those fake books right here.
Weird.
I know. Here we are. I know. Look how short the line is too. Yes, let's go quick. What is this? Let's go.
New cybernetic systems, global domination of the World Wide Web, and access to personal computers around the globe. In the near future, cybernetic systems plans to harness the power of the chaotic internet and help to make it an orderly and
Cool, aren't they? It's you. Whoa. He's sporting a new fashion. Whoa. Amy, what'd you think of the ride Terminator 2 3D?
We just got out of Terminator 2. It was incredible. I can't believe what they can do these days with technology. It scared me.
Yes.
Scared the people. Don't take the kids. Do not take any children on this ride, okay?
No kids.
It was hot.
Yeah, if it was hot, this would be perfect.
Nice here in summertime. To run through here.
Yeah, that's perfect time.
I'm a butthead! Jumpin' G-Oz, it's Biff! I'm sorry, folks, but we're currently experiencing an unprecedented debilitation of our security systems. In other words, we've got problems.
There's only one troublemaker who can throw a monkey wrench in the works like this. Biff Tannen, juvenile delinquent, graduated Hillbilly High School, class of the...
Looking at the tram tour, you can see a tram train going right now, right down here. It's slowly pulling up the hill. It looks like it's gonna go over that bridge.
And we're getting ready to go on it.
Yes, we are. So this is the whole tour right here.
Goes off of there.
Yep, this is the back lot right here itself. You see that? Isn't that cool?
How long is the tour?
And Amy, what do you think of this ride? Are you excited?
I'm very excited because I've heard a lot about it from Andre.
Yes, it's very exciting. See all these people in here? They're all excited too.
Next 45 minutes or so, we do recommend that for their safety, small children be seated toward the center of the row, away from the outside gates. And be prepared, because some of the special effects on the tour may be too intense for young children. My name is Jason. Our driver is Gary. We want to welcome you to the busiest and biggest TV and movie studio in the world, which is Universal Studios, Hollywood. A few safety things before we go too far. There's no smoking on the tram, and please stay seated when we're actually moving. And keep your arms and legs inside. Back to the Future Part 2. Also, please place a lit highlighting a few of our 8,000 movies we've made here since 1914. Some memorable, some Academy Award winners here, and we'll talk about a lot of these on the tour. Every movie has a beginning, and our studio's beginning dates all the way back to the early 1900s when visionary Carl Laemmle moved his movie company out west and founded Universal Pictures in 1912. He built the world's largest movie studio on a 415-acre chicken ranch and proclaimed it Universal City at a Gold Key celebration. The castle, Frankenstein's lab, Whipstaff Manor from Casper, and the main building, the Visitor Center, for Steven Spielberg's blockbuster thriller Jurassic Park. This is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It's just called The Grinch. It's being directed by Ron Howard and stars Jim Carrey in the title role. Jim Carrey has actually spent a whole lot of time on this part of the lot. Over on the left is Soundstage 25, where we shot the hilarious courtroom scenes for Liar Liar, which starred Jim Carrey. Also, these stages, 25 and 24, were used for Man on the Moon, which starred Jim Carrey and is now playing in theaters around the world. It's coming out at the end of July. It stars Eddie Murphy playing multiple characters, like the first one, and also Janet Jackson's in this one. Over behind these trailers here on the right, it's our oldest soundstage, number 28, which was built for the Phantom of the Opera. Now is the elaborate Paris Opera House sets for that film. We starred Lon Chaney in his most famous film role. Usually sets are torn down immediately when a film is done to make way for a new production, but nobody has dared to dismantle the sets inside stage 28 because they are believed to be haunted. The Opera House boxes remain standing to this day. Also, due to superstition, there is no stage 13 on the lot. We did shoot scenes for Apollo 13 over on stage 27 on the left. For that film, directed by Ron Howard and produced by Brian Grazer, Mission Control, Houston, Texas, was built inside of stage 27. Everything had to be meticulously recreated for that film, even down to the tiniest details, to recreate the actual Mission Control in Houston. Where do ideas for movies and TV shows come from? Mostly they start with the bungalows over on the left. These are now production offices for producers and directors and writers who have development teams in the studio. Development is the first stage of the movie-making process where filmmakers come up with an idea and try to get the movie made. It sounds easy, but the studio receives thousands of screenplays every year. Production offices for one famous director. On the left, you'll see his old bungalow with his famous silhouette. That was Hitchcock's bungalow, where he produced movies like Psycho and The Birds. Also used that for the Alfred Hitchcock Presents TV show. And these are some of the last real buildings we're going to see as we cross from the front lot to the back lot. Metropolitan set. I passed by it on the left. It's called New York Street, although it could be any city in the world. You can see New York Street there as New York in theaters right now at End of Days, and also in the Columbia movie, Stuart Little. We'll see a lot more of New York Street later on the other end. One of the oldest things on our lot, this bridge at the top of the hill. This dates back to the early silent era, and it's kind of fallen into disrepair these days. What we usually do is, one of the beams fell off the bridge. Well, We sometimes go across the bridge, but obviously it's not in good shape today. So we have an access road around the side to the left that is closed. So the other way is to go across the bridge, which we're going to do. Yes, the right side just gave way, and it's still creaking. All right, we're going to try to go kind of gingerly here so we don't make the bridge bend. Oh, we had a drop up here in the front cars. I don't know if you guys in the back are going to be able to make it across without... Oh, yep, there go the back cars too. You also on board back there? The third car. There's the fourth car. Okay. Well, actually, this bridge just dates back to the 70s. Like many things here, just an elaborate trick and illusion. This was built in the 70s for the $6 Million Man. It's also been on the Bionic Woman and Quantum Leap. And you get to watch the bridge rebuild itself with hydraulics. There it goes. It's 2 inches up to 30 feet tall. Some of the plants you'll see, though, are on wheels. A lot of the logs coming up have handles, and the tree stumps and boulders are actually styrofoam. See, the reason for a lot of the plants being fake because many of them would not survive the intensely hot stage lights on our sound stages. If we use fake plants and a leaf falls off the tree, we can just staple it right back on. 6 years ago, we made the Flintstones movie with John Goodman, and we just finished the prequel called The Flintstones in Viva Rock Vegas, which is coming out in May. You'll be able to see some exclusive behind-the-scenes set pieces and props from that movie on the left. It's about the story of how Fred and Barney meet and eventually marry Wilma and Betty. Fred and Barney's bachelor pad is the trailer with the satellite dish on the left.
Oh, I know.
Keeping in our prehistoric theme, we'll enter Site B from Steven Spielberg's sequel to Jurassic Park called The Lost World. Spielberg got his start in directing here at Universal. He actually separated himself from his tour group. He was here in the 60s as a young, aspiring filmmaker and found an empty office and began coming here. So often people began to think he actually did work here. He ended up being able to show his student film, Amblin, to one of the top studio executives, who gave him a job, and the rest is history. I wouldn't recommend trying that today because security is a lot tighter. True in Hollywood, where for some of the summer blockbusters, it can cost almost $1 million per minute of finished film. So even though the real Mexico is only a few hours away, we find it more cost-effective to build our own little version of old Mexico on the back lot. There's actually a special effects team here testing some weather effects for a commercial, and we usually have been stopping over the weekend for a demonstration. Hey, if the crew is still here, can you show the tram what you're working on? Would that be okay?
Sure, folks. Hey, Betty, can you give us some thunder and lightning? Okay, let's add in a little rain. Freddie, is that too much rain? I don't know if the system can handle it.
I'm not sure what that means. It hasn't happened before this weekend. The water is still going. They don't usually have it on this long. I assume the crew is taking care of it. Well, maybe not. We made a flash flood. We made that flood simply by dumping thousands of gallons of recycled water from tanks at the top of the hill. We used this flood effect for the disaster film Earthquake, a movie called The River with Mel Gibson. And usually a staircase so an actor could appear on the upper floors or on the roof for a certain shot. Door scenes on a large scale are shot out here on the back lot. You look inside. This is on the left of our old Mexico building. As you can see, really nothing inside in there. This lake on the right has become entire oceans for productions like McHale's Navy, a TV show with Ernest Borgnine. We can shoot not only on the water here, but also underwater in our tank up ahead on the left. The director, the camera, and the camera crew stay dry while actors brave that tank like Pierce Brosnan and Tom Hanks saw at the flash flood. So sometimes we build part of a city inside a soundstage. And inside the stage, we built part of Brooklyn in New York. You might want to have your cameras ready for the stage. A lot of the buildings in here, just like the ones on the... Wait a second. Look at this. What is going on in here?
Police admit that they are powerless to stop. Military units are rushing to the scene. This was last second. We now have a live coverage on the scene with our helicopter reporter, Y2K.
We're now hovering above the wreckage of a crushed mail train. The helicopter decides it's searching for. Wait! There's a tram full of people down there. We've got to go down and warn them. Attention, people on the tram. You are in danger.
Okay, don't worry. Gary will get us out of here. We just gotta cross the bridge. What did the cops just say? The creature's heading toward... We might not make it across. He's tearing the cables. There he is. Okay, that was close, but now we're moving off. Oh no, the road is blocked. The back two cars are going to be stuck on the bridge. Hang on back there. Nice little park area here on the right, back at our famous lake, which also was the Black Lagoon. The creature from the Black Lagoon. And it's been used for all kinds of Navy and war productions. There are still some special effects explosives in the water that sometimes go off when the trams go by because of the vibrations. So be watching for those. We pretty much stayed in the last couple hundred years or so. Now we're going to go pretty far back in history. Almost as far as you can go, because up ahead of us is something inspired by the Paramount film, The 10 Commandments. It is the Red Sea. Remember the movie, Charlton Heston raises a staff and makes the waters part. On the tour, I get to play Moses, and hopefully it'll work for me too. Here we go. Don't laugh now. Part the waters! Yeah, looks like I got the power. There they go. Before we pass through, you might want to pick up anything off the floor that might get a little wet, including your feet. But have your cameras ready, because on either side you will get a sea-level picture.
You see that over there? Something came out of the water.
Okay, please sit down back there in the fourth car. Here we go. Now you guys, we're in the back. We are moving. Don't forget to watch for those mines I told you about. What's above us, that we unfortunately can't see, is a street level. And the two parts are connected by the staircases around us, which makes this what's called a continuous set. Also considered to be a hot set because it's totally... Oh! You feel that? A little California Tremor for you guys from out of town. Whoa, whoa, everybody, stay seated. Hang on. This could be the big one.
That's funny.
Okay, I think that's all the shaking. Oh no, look out! Simulates at 8.3 and is one of the most sophisticated live special effects ever built. We made that movie, Earthquake, and all the airport disaster films here in the 70s. That's because in the silent era we had the cowboys stand in the smaller doorways so they would look bigger. And we had the ladies stand in the larger doorways so they would look more petite.
Yeah.
We also used this area for TV westerns like Wagon Train. 6 Points, Texas borders on old Mexico. You got a peek at this back in the flash flood. This area was used a lot as Tijuana. The TV show Simon and Simon. Brothers lived in San Diego, would often go to Mexico for their adventures. This area also appeared in the Orion movie Three Amigos. Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, Martin Short. The beginning silent film was shot here. It takes a few seconds to go from the southwest in Mexico to the northeast and New England, an island off the coast called Amity. And a while back we had some shark sightings here, so we posted a lookout. Who's watching for sharks just in case, especially during the weekends. A lot of people come to the park. Oh yeah, there he is. He's not really patrolling. He's fishing. Well, things have gotten pretty quiet here the last couple of days, so I guess George is just... Whoa, whoa! I spoke too soon. The shark is still in the water, George. You see him? On your right? You may want to get out of the boat. George? I think he's going right for you. George? Oh, no! You might be able to get out of the... Oh, look! Well, we've attached some bait to the yellow buoy at the end of the pier. Keep watching that float, and we'll see if we can track... Yeah, he's got the bait. He's got the whole pier! Hang on! He dropped it, so where is he?
Get it?
Bruce. Steven Spielberg, who directed Jaws, named all the model sharks Bruce after his lawyer. He's a lot more reliable than the actual Bruce that was used for Jaws. That was built for a freshwater tank for all the effect shots, but he ended up shooting off the coast of the Atlantic Ocean, which is salt water, which made the shark float upside down or sink. So the shoot went 100 days over schedule, and Spielberg thought his career was over. Of course, the film went on to be one of the biggest blockbusters of all time. It's the best little whorehouse in Texas. We will see many more famous houses on our suburban street. I'll describe the left side on the way in. It is a white house with gray trim. It is the sorority from National Lampoon's Animal House, where John Belushi climbed the ladder. Next door is where Jimmy Stewart and a 6-foot-tall invisible rabbit lived in the film Harvey. And their neighbors on the left, 1313 Mockingbird Lane, the Munsters house. In the yellow house next door, Sean Cassidy and Parker Stevenson were the Hardy Boys. In the house with double pillars next to that is where Doris Day and James Gardner lived in a movie called The Thrill of It All. Actually, Doris Day has lived in just about every house on this street, and each time with a different husband. This area on the right is called Any Town, USA. It could be any small town in America just by changing the signs. It was used for shows like Leave It to Beaver and Murder, She Wrote, and The Munsters, old small towns. Also on the right, this Colonial Mansion. Remember how Jimmy Stewart lived around here for Harvey? This mansion is the insane asylum they sent him to in that film. Temporarily, of course. A lot of the houses coming up on the left were used in a DreamWorks movie, Deep Impact.
Really?
And the real nice pretty house with the orange cones in front of it is the house on the NBC show Providence. Whole family lives in that house. You'll see it all season long. Next to this new house is a classic on the left, replica of the TV house from the film version of Leave It to Beaver, Dr. Seuss, cartoon style.
Wow.
And 450 Christmas trees on the hills there, the artificial hills. Again, Ron Howard is directing that. He made movies like Backraft and Apollo 13, and it opens for Thanksgiving. Over on the right here is a log cabin from The Great Outdoors, which starred John Candy and Dan Aykroyd, and the huge freestanding backdrop with an artificial lake. Paramount used that 2 years ago for the end of The Truman Show. Monitor the volcano. They're from the geology. Wait a second. They usually here in the chairs or at the cabin. Well, if they aren't here to give us clearance, we usually don't go all the way to the top. We take kind of an alternate route, shortcut instead. We apologize. It's an open mine shaft here. Oh, look at that. And that's where the seismologist went. Smoke and lava coming out of the mountain. Yeah, that happens every, never. That never happens, as a matter of fact. We are going to be undercover, in case you're worried. This mine shaft dates all the way back. It's glowing in here. Red, glowing. It's red hot lava. Okay. We have to go through the lava now. If you get dizzy, just close your eyes. Then one more day to come back for a full year. We are going to have one last stop on the tour that is not an illusion. It's totally real. Just a few seconds on my side, we'll get a real good look at the San Fernando Valley. We'll stop for pictures too. Our whole backlot down below. Over on the right are the Warner Brothers studios and the water tower where the Animaniacs live. Behind that, to the right, is a white water tower, which is the center of the Walt Disney Studios. And as the sign said, this is a view just like what E.T. saw when he first landed on Earth. He was looking over this same valley from the other end.
The ending finale.
I want to get wet.
Oh, where you going? Well, yeah, they sell ponchos in line. This. There's a studio where they make the big movies. Right now they're making the sequel to Nutty Professor, and they're making other cool movies. There's a backlot tram tour. Right there, the backlot. Yep. Yes. Yes, definitely. Yep. And this is our first flight stairs we came up. We have to go down, or actually we came down here, we have to go down 3 more. It's gonna take us like a year to get down here, but hey, we'll make it sooner or later. And there's the famous Universal sign. There it is. You can see from miles away on the freeway. Let you know that you are entering Universal City. Here we go, down the escalator.
And so it was that the pig found his place in the world of God. And he was happy.
Gotta be. What are you gonna do with that on the water ride? You can't take that on the water ride.
I know.
What are you gonna do?
Go.
This is the result in the aftermath of the Jurassic Park water ride. It's very wet. It's very cold.
Yes.
Now we're gonna go to backtrack so we can, heat up a little bit, No fire, warm us up. And Andre here, you can't even tell. Well, he's got his knees wet.
That's the result of the ride.
What do you think?
Very wet. Ugh.
Hold this.
Oh yeah. Ain't it?
Wait, they got E.T. They're getting away.
I know. I love this ride. It's really cool. I know, ain't it? I love this ride. This is the coolest part of the whole ride right here. Yeah. I know, isn't that cool? You can see, oh look, the fireworks right on there. Ain't it?
Welcome home. You've returned to us.
That's how he said Andre.
You did.
Oh, they say our name. I didn't hear mine.
Yeah, I did. I heard it. You said it right after mine.
Did you hear that?
Splendid, Alvin. Now, what do you suggest?
Oh, look. Twister's coming. What? Right, Twister's gonna be coming. Oh, yeah, there's that floor. That's right here.
Didn't really. Don't forget to get our stuff at the locker.
Oh, yeah.
Wherever that is.
What?
Bad draft.
The little lights trapped heat lying low waves. I'm stuck in it. One thing go there.
Check that door for heat, Tim.
What is a backdraft? Well, the technical explanation is a fire that has burned out all the oxygen in a room, leaving only superheated gases, over 2,000 degrees, just waiting for a fresh breath of air. The fire gets what it wants. You have a backdraft. Hi, I'm Ron Howard. And as the film's director, I guess I have a different definition. Backdraft. A tireless cast and crew working under demanding conditions to realistically portray fire and the heroism of the firefighters who battled. The screenwriter, Gregory Wyden, was a former fireman, and he made it very clear that in our movie the firefighters had to be right there, in the middle of those blazing infernos. But I knew that getting these shots would be very hazardous for the actors and the entire film. Every day they found themselves in the middle of flame, smoke, flying ash, and toppling scenery. With all the complicated technical elements, even the rehearsals were difficult. We rehearsed the scene first for the actors, then for the camera. Then we added the special effect. Finally, we rolled film. And action! This is how the scene looked in the theater. A lot of hard work for a very short amount of screen time. Throughout, we had to maintain realism. We went to real old warehouses in Chicago and set fire to the inside, set fire to the outside, and then we blew them up. The crew worked tirelessly to try to make the fire into a living, breathing entity, or as the firefighters sometimes call it.
And absolutely incredible.
That's why we wanted the ones on. It could even be considered beautiful. But though it may seem harmless, don't let it seduce you. For without warning, it might suddenly turn.
That isn't deception. We're hiding inside unburned natural gases, waiting for a breath of fresh air.
Have a great day at Universal Studios Hollywood.